Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all keeping really well. If you're new here, my name's Grace, and fun fact of the day to get to know me a little better, I love tea. So if you don't, you may have to leave the channel. Just kidding. For today's video, I wanted to share some of my tips and tricks for using Insta stories and how to make it look a little bit more fun and creative. So if you didn't know already, which I'm sure you do if you have Instagram have released a new-ish feature where they have instant stories running along the top of your timeline. And honestly, it's very similar to Snapchat. They've even released filters now, so we all see what you're doing, Instagram. But even though they are quite similar, in my eyes, there are a few things that make Insta stories just a little bit better than Snapchat. And I know there's going to be people going, what? But there are people that I know love Snapchat and hate Insta stories and vice versa. And to me, they are different even though they're quite similar. Snapchat to me is a little bit more of a relaxed vibe, and Insta stories, because it's on Instagram, it's a little bit prettier looking, if that makes any sense. It's a little bit more put together. It's somewhere where you can be a little bit more creative. So in the past couple of weeks, I found myself definitely using Insta stories a lot more than Snapchat. Not going to say I'm going to delete Snapchat altogether because I still use it, but Insta stories has definitely got more use in the last couple of weeks. Honestly, I've really enjoyed just playing around with Insta stories and seeing what it's actually capable of, and I've had loads of fun kind of layering texts and using their different writing tools and creating light leaks, and obviously in the process I figured out some little tricks which I want to share with you today. So if you wanted to see how to make your Insta stories look a little bit more put together and pretty and professional, this is how you do it. Okay, so to start, you're going to want to open up Instagram, of course, and then go up to the top left-hand corner and open up Insta Stories. So all along the bottom, you're going to see all of the different functions to take pictures, videos, boomerangs, but today I just want to use a solid color in the background. So to do this, you're just going to take a picture of anything and then go up to the writing tool in the top right-hand corner and then hold down on the screen for 3 seconds. So this will give you a solid background. You can also scroll along the bottom of the screen to the different colors, select whatever color you like and hold down on the screen for another 3 seconds or so and it will give you another color. I'm going to go with pink, of course, because I do love me a good pink background, and I love using a solid color background when I'm creating an Insta story with a lot of text or a quote. So today I'm just going to write something like "Good morning sunshine," and I'm going to play around with the size of the font and the color and a little bit of layering. Layering is one of my favorite things to do with text on Insta stories, and it's super simple. All you have to do is write out the word that you want to layer and pick a color that you want it to be, and then write it out again in the exact same way but just change the color. Then you're going to mess around with sizes. So you're going to layer one on top of the other and just play around until it looks 3D. And if you feel like one of them doesn't stand out enough against the other, just change the color until it does. If you want to do something a little bit more creative than using a regular solid pink background, something that you can do is hop on over to Pinterest and search something like pink texture and scroll through all of the results until you find something that you'd like to use as a background. Then you're just going to want to screenshot that and open it up in your photo app on your phone, zoom up on that image again and screenshot once again, because that will give you the image the exact size that you needed for your Insta stories to fill out the entire screen. And then you can go ahead and write whatever you want on top of it, a slogan, a saying. I'm just going to write something like mood and then play around with the colour. And this is something that I have just learned about Insta stories. It's how to get up the full colour wheel. So if you just hold down on any of the colours along the bottom, it will actually show you the entire colour wheel and you can choose from whatever colour you want. Something else I like to do is just to play around with the basic stickers on Insta stories and make them into something a little bit more special. So I'm just going to select any picture from my camera roll, which just so happens to be the castle in Disney World, and I'm going to select the want sticker. And usually if you just tap on any of the stickers, they'll transform into something else. So this one here you can see just comes up white, and something I like to do is just select one of the pens. This one is the thicker one and I've just selected the pink color, and I like to fill it in because it just makes it look a little bit more cute. So yeah, that's just a super simple way of making your regular stickers look a little bit more special, and as I said, this kind of applies to the majority of the stickers. When you tap on them, they usually transform into the white version of the sticker. Another super simple way of amping up your Insta stories is by adding polka dots, and this couldn't be easier. You just want to select the regular writing tool and then turn it right up to the thickest that it can go and just tap away. Something else I figured out how to do by complete accident was a light leak or a coloured filter, and it's really easy to do. All you have to do is select an emoji with the colour that you want to use and continue to zoom up on it until it completely blurs at the edge, and it gives a really cool gradient coloured effect. Obviously you can do this with any colour that you want, you just gotta pick the right emoji. Here I just wanted to show you a really quick example of an Insta story that I made a couple of weeks ago. I started off with a really simple picture of a cup of coffee from Pinterest and started adding different elements of text to the picture, like using layering, colour, changing the size of the different words, and also by spacing out the letters in the words. I feel like this adds a little bit more texture to your picture and makes it a little bit more fun. So those are all of my tips and tricks for using Insta stories. I hope they were helpful and maybe you learned how to do something that you didn't know how to do already on Insta stories. But if you have any tips and tricks of your own that I haven't mentioned, make sure to leave them down in the comments below because I would love to know some more. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a good old thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to click the little subscribe button down below because I make new videos all the time and I would love to see your face back again. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!